All right, so we're going to do something similar to what we've done before. It is a form of remote viewing, but it's going to be a guided meditation kind of thing. Okay. And what we're doing is we're looking at blockages. We're looking at is what is preventing you from moving forward. Is it internal? Is it external? We don't know. I'm going in with a blank slate. So are you. We're just going to see what we can find. Okay. And as you know, while we do this, don't edit what you see, think you see, or feel, or any of that stuff, because we're just going to go through it together. If I see something that you don't assume I'm right, you're wrong, because we're going to solve that problem together. So the example I always use is like, hey, there's a 12-headed purple dragon. If you see it and I don't assume that it's not there, right? So, and I know you know all of those things. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a platform for us to work on. And we're going to go to your spiritual beach, okay? And we're going to be here to solve problems, so it's not going to look perfect and all the things. We're here to solve the problems. We're going to work on potentially contacting with your higher self, your team, to see if there's any words or advice they have for you as well. Okay. And you are the leader in this because this is for you. This is about you. Okay. And I'm just secondary in this process. All right. You ready to have some fun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I just kind of want you to sit back, relax, and I want you to go to that spiritual beach that is yours. It may feel like an off-world beach, an earth plane beach, but it's whatever is true for you. Okay. And just let me know when you feel like you're there.
Okay, I'm there.
All right. As you're looking at the sea, what does the water look like?
Very much like the color of my wall right now.
Okay.
Shimmering, lots of shimmering.
Excellent.
Very dreamlike atmosphere. The sky is almost the same color, but very dreamy, cloudy.
Yeah, I actually see that. It's very perfectly clear to me. Okay, perfect. What does the ground around you look like?
The ground looks pretty clean and clear, just white sand.
Okay.
Again, with that. When I say cloudy, I mean like, remember old time TV shows, how they would make everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it like a nebulous cloudy. Does that make sense?
Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, when I look at the sky, I'm not seeing any storms or any negative activities, if that...
Me either. It's clear.
Okay, perfect. All right, and the ground around you is clear with this white sand. As you're facing the sea, I want you to look down to the right side of the shoreline of the coast and tell me what you see or sense down there.
Almost like there's an object in the distance. I wouldn't say it's a ship, but it kind of looks dark.
Okay.
Looks like it's just parked there.
Do you feel like it's in the water?
Yeah, it's in the water,
Okay.
A distance away.
Okay. All right. And looking down to the left side, what's going on down there?
Now, that is hard to say. I'm looking down at the left side, but it's pretty nondescript, kind of blurry,
Okay.
dark, unknown to me.
Okay. All right. This is cool. All right. Okay. And with your back to the sea, what does the mainland look like?
It looks a lot like the scenery that I'm accustomed to when I go on my beach in real life.
Okay.
But it's dark and dystopian looking. All the trees look like they've lost life, a bit droopy. Just a lot more coverage, like no one lives there. Foliage and overgrowth.
I'm seeing what you're seeing, which is phenomenal that it's happening so quickly, which is cool.
I've seen this multiple times in dreams as well, as I'm recalling.
Okay. All right. Good information. All right. On this beach, describe the type of clothing you're wearing.
Type of clothing, like a dark, maybe a deeper navy blue vest, almost like a under vest type thing. Just a pair of shorts, black shorts, barefoot.
All right. And I want you to look at your feet and tell me what your feet look like.
Normal.
Okay.
Big toe looks bigger than usual, but...
Okay, they look... Okay, so do they feel like your feet?
They feel like my feet, yeah.
Okay, there's just something slightly off there, though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to join you on this beach, and as we're facing the sea, I'm going to be on your right side.
Okay.
We can go in a tetrahedron, or we can go into a Merkaba, either way, whatever you have a preference for.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, let's just do a tetrahedron. That's basically, a Merkaba is basically two sandwich tetrahedrons, right? All right. And we can move around inside this space. It's very spacious. We're not crowded. And we're not leaving this space. We're not inviting anybody into the space. But we can move around inside of this Merkaba, okay?
Okay, now that I'm seeing myself inside of it, it's like there's light, the sunlight's refracting and stuff on the inside of it. So,
all right. Yeah, it is brighter in here. And I feel like we're going to just take a violet flame and run it up through us inside of this. And we're going to turn it it's turning into a white flame really fast. So it's just a white energy. I'm calling it a flame because that's the movement of it. It was very quick, very fast. There wasn't a lot of clearing to happen to either of us, which is good, but it does feel really bright in here. Is that accurate?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Where on this beach is the place that you would most not want to go? And it can be under the water, under the land, on the land, anywhere.
Where do I most not want to go?
Yeah.
Take a minute.
Where did you say? I'm sorry.
I would say I said I had got to take a minute to kind of feel that out. I would say looking directly towards the ocean where we're at, just a distance out. We might be able to see there's like a purple, it looks like a reef in the water.
Okay. We're going to go in this tetrahedron and I want to go under the water to that location and tell me what you're sensing or seeing as we get down there.
Okay.
Question for you. I feel like we need to go on the far side of this reef versus the close side. How do you feel about that?
Okay, yeah, because as we're approaching, there's just this strange feeling like heat coming over my body, starting on my arms.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything threatening down here particularly.
There's something going on, and I think it's attached to the thing down the right.
Okay. No, I'm having difficulty seeing exactly what it is.
Okay, that's okay.
Looks like it's floating.
Down to the right?
Mm-hmm. It looks very dark, almost dark, not quite a black, dark, bluish, purplish, and it's just floating there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I feel like it's related to this, I'm going to call it a reef structure. I feel like if I were to say an underwater cliff, would that make sense to you?
Something like that, like a ridge.
Okay.
And I know I've seen this before. It's possibly in dreams.
Okay. I'm looking at it also, but I feel like I was incorrect. I think we need to go to the close side first. I apologize for that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the closer side. Are you talking about in the middle?
Mm-hmm. I don't even see the ends. And I'm not sure if you do either.
No, it seems like if I'm on top of it, but it extends quite a ways underneath me and to behind me. Where I'm at, I want to say it looks like there's almost like a drawer or some kind of a chest there.
Okay.
Some kind of a compartment. Looks like if I pull on it, it'll open.
All right. We're going to put it inside of a containment field and we can use a golden ring. Is this attached to the wall, to the reef?
Yeah. And like a much smaller ridge.
Okay.
It's kind of flat, like it's on a table or something.
When you look at that, how do you feel about it?
Neutral.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not feeling threatened. Like I'm not on high alert, but I'm always like got my spidey senses rolling around, right?
Yeah.
Do you get a color for this container?
The entire reef just looks like a normal brown.
Okay.
Almost.
I'm seeing it as a pale brown, not quite off-white. Okay.
Right. Yeah, like a tan color. The water around me appears to be cloudy now that we've moved over here.
Yes.
Cloudy, like normal, like how it would be underwater with the salt and stuff and just the light coming through. Like if there was a lot of activity and, with sandy and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to be threatening, but I'm curious what's in there.
I agree with that. We have the ability, I want to put it in a containment field just so if something needs to be captured, we can capture it. We can see through it. I'm bringing in angelics to help us, angels, and I feel like the dragon realms are asking to come too. Are you familiar with them at all?
I can't say that I am.
Okay. There's a huge nature component about you. We'll get into that later. All right, let's look at this. And we've just got them at the ready, and I'm just vetting them. And from where we're at, we're in front of it, and we're just going to make it the request that it opens. And let me know when you feel like it's opened.
Okay, it's opened.
What's in there?
Something that looks like it's like a fuchsia color, which is a very strange color.
Okay.
It has, I don't know if it's a gemstone, but it's kind of got that crystalline quality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble seeing exactly what it is, but it is that fuchsia color. It's got a point on it. I have no idea what this thing is. It just looks like a rock.
Could it be a key of some sort?
It could be. It appears to have some kind of a handle on it.
Okay. All right. And where on this wall does it fit?
That's a good question.
And we get to take our time with this. We're in no hurry today.
I'm looking around. I want to say if we move forward a few feet towards the middle, there's something that looks like, I wouldn't use the word a hole or pothole, maybe not as big as a crater, but you can see when you look at it, you can tell it's dark. It's not like you can go down in there and there's something in there.
Okay. When you're looking at that, and I know you do not have a fear factor about you. Okay. So even if it's something slightly negative, I know if it's slightly negative with you, it may be a bigger deal than somebody else. Okay. Somebody else would be like, oh my God. So I'm gauging this a little bit differently than I normally would. Looking at this, do you have an impression of what is below it?
I don't, but as I'm looking at it, I just kind of feel teary-eyed almost a little bit.
Okay.
Sad.
Do you think that fuchsia key, I'm just calling it a key because that was the first item that popped in my head when I saw it. Do you think that fits in there?
Yeah, I don't want to rush it, but I feel like if I go in there and I look, I'll see a space to put it.
Yeah, I agree. Do we want to go into that hole?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so they're showing me that you need to hold this stone.
Okay, I'm holding it and it's kind of shimmering like it's been activated.
How do you feel about this?
My left hand that I'm holding it with feels very hot in real life.
Okay.
It just feels neutral.
All right. When you look at it.
Anticipation. See what it does, really.
All right. We're in our tetrahedron. You have this stone or this key, whatever this is. We're going to go down below.
Okay, it's very dark in here.
Yeah, it is very, very dark.
I can see the key, not much of anything else.
All right. We can bring a light to shine. This is interesting. This is why that tetrahedron was so brilliant. I'm asking.
I'm slightly falling, like very slowly falling.
Yeah, we're not to the bottom of this yet, are we? And I'm asking for that light so we can see around us.
Okay, there's light. I see almost like it's a vast, expansive area. I do see like little fish. Maybe there's a light source somewhere in the distance, but not a great deal. Bubbles.
Do you feel that below here it's healthy or it needs help?
That's hard to say. It feels like no one's been here.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's healthy or unhealthy.
Okay. All right. Could this be an aspect of Middle Earth?
Again, that's hard for me to say.
Me too, by the way.
Very personal. It feels very personal, yet like no one's been here.
There is
feels like I've avoided coming here.
Okay. There's sadnesses here.
It does have that wistful, lamenting type feel. But yeah, I'm looking around and I'm not seeing much of anything. I'm looking for somewhere to put this key.
Yeah, I am too. It feels very desolate down here. I do feel like we're under the water still. It's like there's this shelf on your beach and we're underneath that shelf. Do you get the impression there's much life down here or is it pretty barren?
It's desolate.
Okay. Do you feel like there's any beings down here or it's just like the life has been sucked out of here?
Completely just barren.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Is there, and just use your intuitive responses to these questions, was there some type of like war or nuclear holocaust kind of thing down here?
I would say energetic, some kind of energetic attack, maybe. Nothing man-made.
I agree. Yeah, it's not human-made.
I want to say waves.
Yeah.
Waves of energy.
When I say the word Atlantis, how does that make you feel?
Neutral.
Okay. Lemuria?
Neutral.
Okay. I don't feel like there's an area that we should go explore unless you do.
No, I'm just seeing to the left, there's something that looks like it's shimmering, almost cloudy. I don't know if you see that. I'm trying to turn towards it, but I just keep getting spun back around.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to go over to that area. Is this a vortex that is taking elements out of manifestation?
When you say taking elements, what specifically do you mean?
Taking energy out of manifestation or energies.
Now that I'm closer to it, it appears as though it's very dull. It doesn't have a particular color. Like I couldn't say it's white or gray or any of those things. It looks like it's pulsing.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the way that it looks like it's pulsing, it's absorbing. So you could be right.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how it's absorbing from the surface, so to speak. But it's just the way
literally that okay. There's a metaphor here, but there's more than a metaphor. Is this literally trying to suck your foundation dry?
And it doesn't feel like it belongs to me either. It feels
It's
foreign
not.
to me.
No.
It feels like it was put here by something else.
Yeah, absolutely.